Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a continuation of the Ezra Miller drama. Well guys, this is a story that keeps on going. And to be quite honest, and to steal from another intellectual property, I've got a really bad feeling about this. There have been another series of allegations made against the Flash star Ezra Miller. And this time a report includes that he might be endangering children at one of his ranches with both guns and drugs, so it really doesn't get much more serious than this. Now, this report comes from Rolling Stone, and what they are saying is that Ezra Miller is currently quote-unquote hosting a 25-year-old mother and her 3 children at their Vermont farm. Now, this could really just be a rescue thing where Ezra is helping a friend, and we don't really have a lot of details about it. However, the father of the children and at least 2 other people have expressed a level of concern about what's going on. Now, what they are alleging is the actor's farm is actually unsafe for the children, and on a more scary front, that there are guns strewn all about the home. One of the people who has expressed concerns, and they are anonymous at this point, have claimed that the 1-year-old girl came across loose bullets and actually put them in her mouth. The Rolling Stone site has also shown footage of at least 8 assault weapons, rifles, and handguns lying around Ezra's Miller room, some of which were propped up against stuffed animals, which is just a horrible visual for a situation like this. There's also some allegations of really heavy drug use in front of the children. Now, this would be cannabis, but apparently there's not any sort of proper ventilation, so even if you're in a legal state, that's really not okay on any front. Additionally, the site is claiming that Miller is growing at least 28 different strains of the drug on his farm and doesn't have any of the licensing to do that. I have to say, I would think Vermont police would be interceding here if that was the case, so hopefully we'll get more details on this specific front because this kind of doesn't make total sense to me. Now, the father of the children claims that Ezra secured a flight for those kids and the mother out of Hawaii without his knowledge, but we obviously don't know the details of their home situation. Now, he did say, and I quote, "I'm going through hell and back. I got a bad feeling in my stomach. I do want to get my kids. They mean the effing world to me." Now, let's be fair. The police have ignored these allegations, and then there has apparently been a social worker that has visited the property. So we need to keep this all in context. It does look pretty bad on the surface, but it does appear some level of authorities are involved at this point. Now, the mother, on the other hand, says the Flash star actually helped her escape a violent and abusive ex, and this is why you don't get in the middle of many people's relationships. She also added they may have firearms for self-defense purposes, but they are stored in a part of the house where the children never go. So again, this is a he said, she said situation. It might not even be news if not for all of the events involving Ezra Miller over the last couple of months. Now regardless, this isn't good for Warner Brothers. Miller back in the news with any kind of negative allegations will continue to hurt that project. And with The Flash about 1 year away from arriving in theaters, I feel like Warner Brothers is really being pushed into a corner, and he might finally have to make whatever move they're going to make public to quell the general fan uprising. Now, Warner Brothers' problems are really not the big deal here. The biggest thing is this woman and her children and ensuring that they're safe. Obviously, some bad situation is going on, and both versions of the story seem to indicate that. So let's hope that resolves itself in a positive manner. And then there's Miller, who obviously needs some level of help. There has been a ton of issues involving Ezra the last couple of months, and clearly they have some problems that they need professional help for, and I think it would be great if that happened. You never want to see this happen to anybody at any level. Now, obviously, we're going to continue to follow this story. There seems to be a lot of interest in it. So if you want to keep up with the Flash story, make sure you ring that bell and hit the subscribe button. It's how you'll get all the updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? What do you think of the latest allegations that Ezra Miller might actually be putting children in danger at his Vermont farm? Or do you believe the mother and that he's actually doing a hero's job rescuing a woman from a violent and abusive ex? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.